In college football, few rivalries match the intensity, history, and sheer spectacle of the Red River rivalry. This is a game that transcends the sport itself, capturing the attention of fans across the nation and igniting passions that run deep in both Texas and Oklahoma. For over a century, these two powerhouse programs have clashed in a contest that is as much about pride and tradition as it is about the final score. Every year, Texas and Oklahoma meet in Dallas, with the historic Cotton Bowl split right down the middle, crimson on one side for the Sooners, burnt orange on the other for the Longhorns. The stadium becomes a living, breathing symbol of the rivalry, with each half roaring for their team, creating an atmosphere unlike any other in college football. The game is played during the State Fair of Texas, adding a unique electric atmosphere that you simply can't find anywhere else. The smell of fried food, the sounds of carnival rides, and the sea of fans in team colors make this more than just a football game. It's a cultural event, a celebration of regional pride, and a bucket list experience for any sports fan. For the players, this game can define a season or even a career. Heroes are made in the Cotton Bowl, and hearts are broken on its turf. The stakes are always high, and the memories forged here last a lifetime, whether it's a last-second touchdown or a crushing defeat. Texas leads the all-time series, a point of pride for Longhorns fans, but Oklahoma has dominated the rivalry in recent years, winning 5 of the last 7 matchups. Each victory and defeat adds another chapter to this storied history, fueling the fire for both teams and their supporters. Last year, Texas crushed Oklahoma 34-3, delivering a statement win that sent shockwaves through the college football world. The Sooners, stung by that loss, are coming into this year's game with a chip on their shoulder and a burning desire for revenge. This year, the stakes are even higher than ever before. Both Texas and Oklahoma are now members of the SEC, making this their first conference clash in their new league. The rivalry has entered a new era, and the implications stretch far beyond bragging rights. The outcome of this game will directly impact the SEC championship race and could shape the college football playoff picture. Every play, every decision, and every moment will be magnified, with postseason dreams hanging in the balance for both teams. The Red River rivalry has always been a massive event, but now it's truly a must-see spectacle for every football fan. From the tailgates to the final whistle, the energy is unmatched, and the memories made here are cherished for generations. Pride, history, and post-season dreams are all on the line. The players know what's at stake, and the fans feel every moment as if they're on the field themselves. This is more than a game. It's a battle for legacy, a clash that will echo through college football history and be remembered long after the final whistle blows. Texas and Oklahoma entered the 2025 season on opposite paths, each carrying the weight of their own unique expectations and histories. These two storied programs, forever linked by rivalry, found themselves at a crossroads as the season began. Texas started ranked number 1, with sky-high expectations and playoff dreams. The Longhorns were the talk of college football, their roster stacked with talent and their fan base buzzing with hope for a championship run. But after a rocky start, they've fallen to 3-2 and out of the rankings. Injuries, turnovers, and missed opportunities have haunted them, leaving fans and players alike searching for answers as the pressure mounts with every game. Oklahoma, meanwhile, began with less hype, but has soared to a perfect 5-0 record and a number 6 national ranking. The Sooners have quietly built momentum, surprising analysts and energizing their loyal supporters. The Sooners look complete, strong defense, efficient offense, and growing confidence. Each week, they've found new ways to win, whether it's a clutch defensive stand or a late-game touchdown drive. For Texas, this game is about survival. A loss would drop them to 3-3 and crush their season's hopes. The pressure is immense, and the team knows that their championship aspirations are hanging by a thread. For Oklahoma, it's a chance to stay undefeated and prove they belong among the nation's elite. A win here would solidify their status as true contenders and send a message to the rest of college football. The Cotton Bowl will see desperation versus momentum. The stadium, split down the middle in burnt orange and crimson, will be electric with anticipation and emotion. Texas is fighting to save their season. Oklahoma is fighting to keep their dream alive. Every play, every yard, and every decision will matter in this high-stakes showdown. The stakes couldn't be higher for both programs. The outcome of this game could define their entire season, shaping legacies and futures for players and coaches alike. This is a turning point for both teams, a moment where history, pride, and the pursuit of greatness all collide on one unforgettable Saturday. Oklahoma's 5-0 start is built on dominance, especially on defense. They've beaten ranked teams like Michigan and Auburn, proving they're for real. The Sooners' defense is suffocating, just 36 points allowed in 5 games, forcing 40 punts. Last week, they shut out Kent State 44-0, showcasing their speed and physicality. Offensively, they're efficient and avoid mistakes, letting their defense control the game. Quarterback John Mateer leads a balanced attack, with playmakers at running back and receiver. Oklahoma knows who they are: tough, disciplined, and hard to beat. They expect to win, not just hope. A Red River victory would keep their perfect season alive and boost their playoff chances. The Sooners are riding high and they're coming for Texas. This is their biggest test yet. Texas began the year with championship dreams, but reality has hit hard. Losses to Ohio State and Florida have exposed their weaknesses, especially on defense. The Longhorns' defense, once a strength, has struggled to stop quality opponents. Offensively, they've been inconsistent, explosive against weaker teams, but ineffective against top competition. They haven't beaten a Power 4 team yet, raising serious questions. This game against Oklahoma is their shot at redemption. A loss would drop them to 3-3, a disaster for a preseason number 1. The pressure is immense. The season is on the line. Only a win can restore confidence and momentum. For Texas, this is a must-win. The spotlight is on the quarterbacks, each with something to prove. Texas's Arch Manning, a sophomore with a legendary last name, has shown flashes of brilliance but also costly mistakes. He's thrown for over 2,100 yards and 11 touchdowns, but 5 interceptions have hurt his team. Manning must protect the ball and rise to the occasion against Oklahoma's elite defense. For Oklahoma, John Mateer is steady and experienced, but he's recovering from a hand injury. His health is a major storyline. If he's not 100%, the Sooners' offense could struggle. Both teams rely on their quarterbacks to avoid mistakes and make big plays. The matchup is classic: young talent versus veteran poise. Whoever handles the pressure better will likely lead their team to victory. All eyes are on Manning and Mateer. The outcome may hinge on their performance. Beyond the quarterbacks, playmakers on both sides could decide the game. For Texas, receiver Ryan Wingo is Manning's top target: big, athletic, and a red zone threat. The Longhorns need a strong running game to balance the offense and keep Oklahoma's defense honest. For Oklahoma, freshman running back Torrey Blaylock has been a revelation, providing spark and consistency. Their top receiver, Isaiah Sategna III, is a reliable playmaker and Mateer's go-to option. The battle between Sategna and Texas's secondary will be crucial. Big plays from these weapons could swing the momentum. The supporting cast will be just as important as the quarterbacks. The most pivotal matchup in this storied rivalry is Oklahoma's elite, hard-hitting defense squaring off against Texas's unpredictable and sometimes inconsistent offense. This is where the game could be won or lost, as both units have something to prove on the biggest stage. The Sooners have been a defensive juggernaut all season, allowing just over 7 points per game. Their dominance comes from a combination of relentless speed, sharp discipline, and a hunger to make a statement every snap. Up front, Oklahoma's defensive line is a nightmare for opposing offenses. They consistently disrupt the run game, collapse the pocket, and force quarterbacks into hurried, off-balance throws. Meanwhile, the secondary is quick to read plays and shut down any attempts at big gains through the air. Their strategy is clear: confuse Arch Manning with disguised coverages, bring pressure from unexpected angles, and force him into making costly mistakes. Creating turnovers is their bread and butter, and they'll be looking to capitalize on every opportunity. For Texas, this is by far the toughest defensive test they've faced all year. The pressure is on, and every snap will be a challenge. Arch Manning, still young and learning, must show poise beyond his years. He'll need to be patient, avoid forcing throws into tight coverage, and trust his offensive line to give him enough time to make smart decisions. The Longhorns' best chance is to keep Oklahoma guessing with a balanced attack. Mixing the run and pass, using misdirection, and staying unpredictable will be key. If they become one-dimensional, the Sooners' defense will quickly take control and shut them down. Texas needs big performances from their playmakers. Star receiver Ryan Wingo must find ways to get open, and the running backs have to fight for every yard, breaking tackles and keeping the chains moving. ball security is absolutely critical. Oklahoma thrives on forcing fumbles and interceptions, and a single turnover could swing the momentum and decide the outcome of this high-stakes game. For Texas's young offense, this is more than just a game. It's a defining moment. How they respond to adversity and pressure will reveal their true character and potential. If they can find a way to score against this ferocious Oklahoma defense, it will be a clear sign that this unit is growing up fast and ready for the spotlight. Ultimately, the winner of this battle between Oklahoma's defense and Texas's offense will likely determine who walks away victorious in this classic rivalry. It's a true clash of strength versus potential, discipline versus raw talent. The question remains, who will rise to the occasion and prevail when it matters most? Betting experts see this as a toss-up, no clear favorite. Despite Oklahoma's record, Texas is a slight favorite, likely due to desperation and Mateer's injury. The point spread is razor-thin, and the over-under is low, signaling a defensive battle. Experts predict a close, low-scoring game, something like 21-20 or 24-17. The rivalry's unpredictability and high stakes make anything possible. One expert even predicts Texas by a single point. All signs point to a dramatic finish. Expect a nail-biter at the Cotton Bowl. Prediction time. This year's Red River rivalry is a true toss-up. Oklahoma is better on paper, but Texas is desperate, and desperation is dangerous. Mateer's health could tip the scales. If he's limited, Oklahoma's offense may struggle. Expect Texas to play with urgency, especially on defense after last week's embarrassment. Arch Manning is primed for a breakout. He'll make mistakes, but also big plays. The Longhorns will control the clock and do just enough to win. Final score, Texas 20, Oklahoma 17. A late field goal or defensive stand will decide it. For Texas, it's a season-saving win and their first SEC victory. For Oklahoma, it's a tough loss, but they'll remain contenders. Get ready for an unforgettable showdown in Dallas.